In this video, before solving the examples, we will first talk about one concept of motion in a straight line. That concept is, if an object is moving in a straight line and starting from rest, means u is equals to 0, such that there is constant acceleration is there, then the distance covered by the particle in the equal time intervals will be in a particular ratio. Means, suppose this is an object and starting from rest it is moving in this straight line, and I am taking the time interval, suppose from A to B. This is time t1 and distance is s1. Again from B to C, time is again t1 and distance is s2. Since the particle is accelerating means it is increasing its speed continuously, so in time t1 it will cover the distance s1, that will be less, but in time again t1 the distance covered by it will be s2 and it will be more than s1. And then from C to D, again in time t1 distance covered by particle will be even more than s1 and s2. So the ratio of s1, s2 and s3, s1 ratio s2 ratio s3 and so on will be 1:3 ratio 5 ratio 7 ratio and so on. So this is a particular concept of kinematics. It is applicable when object is moving in a straight line and initial velocity is 0 and constant acceleration is there. It's not necessary that object move in the horizontal line. It can also be applicable when the object is falling freely down. Then again the distance covered by it in first second and then in second and then in third second will be in ratio 1, ratio 3, ratio 5 and so on. Now moving towards some examples. Our first question is, a body is released from the top of a tower and the height of the tower is given. The height of the tower is small h. An object is falling from the top of the tower. It takes t seconds to reach the ground. So it is taking t seconds to reach the ground. Where will be the ball or the body after t by 2 seconds? So I can take the equal time interval of t by 2. Let the total time is t, and I have made the equal time interval of t by 2. As I told in the previous concept that in the first equal time interval it will cover the distance x and in the next it will cover the distance 3x. So in time t by 2 it will cover the distance x and in the time next t by 2 it will cover the distance 3x. So I can write it as x plus 3x is equals to h. X plus 3x is equals to height is h. So what will be the value of x? 4x is equals to h, so x is equals to h by 4. Now question is asking that where will be the ball after t by 2 seconds. So the ball will be at height 3x, that is 3h by 4 from the ground. At height 3x is equals to 3h by 4 from the ground. So where will be the ball or the body? It will, after t by 2 second, it will cover the distance h only, or we can say h by 4 only, and it will be 3h by 4 height above the ground. Now our next question is, if a freely falling body travels in the last second a distance equal to the distance traveled by it in the first 3 seconds. The body is falling freely, so in the first second it will cover distance x and in the next it will cover distance 3x, and in the next second it will cover distance 5x. So the distance traveled by it in first 3 second, the total distance covered is x plus 3x plus 5x. Here time is equals to 0, time is equals to 1 second, time is equals to 2 second, time is equals to 3 second. So the distance traveled by the object in first 3 second, the first 3 second the distance is x plus 3x plus 5x is equal to the distance traveled in the last second. So it should be 9x. So x, 3x, 5x and then 7x, it will be time is equals to 4 and then 9x and time will be 5. So what will be the total time? Total time will be 5 seconds. So this is the simple trick to solve the given questions. You can also apply the long method, that when the body travels in the last second distance, you have to apply the equation of motion s is equals to ut plus half at square twice, and then by eliminating you will get the total time as 5 seconds. This is simple trick and you can use it directly. Next question, a lift is accelerating upward. There is a lift and it is going upwards. At 2 meter per second square, its acceleration is given. It is 2 meter per second square with initial velocity u is also given, that is 5 meter per second. Height of lift is 2 meter. The total height of lift is also given, that is 2 meter. Now a loose bolt falls from its ceiling. There is a bolt and it falls from its ceiling. Find the speed of bolt when it hits the floor of lift. See, when the loose bolt will fall, then the bolt is coming down and the lift is going upwards. So the bolt will not hit the lift here. When the bolt is coming down, the lift will move upwards. So let the floor comes here and the bolt hit it. So considering a man inside the lift, a man is inside the lift and he is observing the bolt. So for that man, what is the initial velocity of the bolt? U. What is the initial velocity of the bolt for the man inside the lift? For man inside lift, initial velocity of bolt u will be 0. Initial velocity of bolt. See, the bolt is moving upward, lift is moving upward, the bolt is also moving upward and man is also moving upward. So by the relative we can say that according to man, the velocity of bolt initially will be 0 and bolt has to cover the distance 2 meter. I am taking all these values according to the man who is inside the lift, not as general. And what will be the acceleration? Acceleration will be, if I am taking the value of g as 10, the bolt is coming down with acceleration 10 and lift is moving upwards with acceleration 2. So both are trying to reduce this distance. Bolt is coming towards the ceiling and ceiling is also going towards the bolt. So the total acceleration will be 10, that is of the gravity, plus 2, that is of the lift. So it will be 12 meter per second square. Now applying the formula s is equals to ut plus half at square, what I can write, distance is 2, initial velocity is 0, plus 1 by 2, acceleration is 12 and time let it be t square. So after solving this, I will get the value of t as 1 by root 3 second. So according to the man inside the lift, the bolt will hit the ground of the lift in 1 by 3 second. Okay, so now velocity of bolt, question is asking for velocity of bolt while hitting floor. What will be? V is equals to u plus at. What is u? Initial velocity will be, according to man it will be 0, according to man acceleration is 12 and time is 1 by root 3. So velocity of the bolt while hitting the ground of the lift will be 4√3 meter per second. Now if I take that a man is outside the lift on the ground and he is observing this bolt, then for that man, or I can say with respect to ground, what is the initial velocity of bolt? Bolt is moving upwards, so the initial velocity of bolt will be 5 meter per second, as same as the lift. And what will be the acceleration of the bolt? Since the bolt is moving downward, so I am taking the acceleration as minus 10 meter per second square. And we have to find the speed of the bolt. So v is equals to u plus at. V is equals to u. What is u? U is 5 plus acceleration is minus 10 and time is the same time, 1/√3. So velocity will be 5 minus 10 by √3 meter per second. This is the velocity of the bolt with respect to ground while it is hitting the floor of the lift, and this is the velocity of the bolt with respect to the man inside the lift. Now our next question is, a food packet is released from a helicopter which is rising upwards with constant velocity 2 meter per second. There is a helicopter and it is moving upward with initial velocity 2 meter per second. This velocity is constant. After 2 seconds, find the velocity of the packet. When it is moving upwards, a food packet is dropped from it. So initial velocity of food packet will be 2 meter per second. Taking g, object is moving upward initially, so g will be negative of 9.8. It is given that it is 9.8 meter per second square. Question is asking for the velocity of the packet after 2 seconds. So v is equals to u plus at, putting it as 2 minus acceleration 9.8 time 2. It will give minus 17.6 meter per second. Quite simple. This is the velocity of the packet. And question is also asking for how far is the below the helicopter. See, when the food packet is going downwards, the helicopter is still moving upward. So we have to add the both distance, the distance covered by the helicopter and the distance covered by the food packet. So first, the distance covered by food packet. Distance covered by food packet in 2 seconds. So it will be s is equals to ut plus half a t square. What is initial velocity? It is 2 multiplied by time 2 minus acceleration is negative 9.8 multiplied time 2's square. So it will be minus 15.6 meter. And distance covered by the helicopter in this particular 2 second, distance covered by helicopter, the speed of helicopter is constant, so only 2 into 2, distance is equals to speed into time, it is 4 meter. Now what this negative sign is showing, it is said that it is moving downwards and helicopter is moving upwards. So total distance between them will be 4 plus 15.6. So it will be 19.6 meter. This is the total distance between the helicopter and the food packet after the 2 seconds. Now the next question is, a particle experience a constant acceleration for 20 seconds after starting from rest. Again, the object is at rest and acceleration is constant and the total time is 20 seconds. it is asking for the distance traveled in first 10 seconds and the next 10 seconds. So again I can apply this. Time is equals to 10 seconds. Again time is equals to 10 seconds. Time interval is constant. Distance covered is S1, S2. So what I can say, it is distance x and this will be distance 3x. So S1 upon S2, it will be x upon 3x. It will be 1 by 3. So what is the ratio? Ratio is 1:3, or the question is asking for S1 upon S2 only. So its answer will be 1 by 3. I have used the trick that I have taught earlier in the previous question. So now moving towards our next question. Find the distance covered by the particle in 9th second of motion if it starts at initial speed 17 meter per second and retards at 2 meter per second square. So question is saying that we have to find the distance covered by the particle in 9th second. We know that the displacement covered by the particle in nth second is given by u plus 1 by 2 a 2n minus 1. So initial speed is 17 plus 1 by 2 and it is retarding at 2 meter per second square. So acceleration will be minus 2. Time is 9 second multiplied by 9 minus 1. So it will be 17 minus 2 is cancelled out. 9 to 18 minus 1, 17, it is 0. Oh, distance is 0. How it is possible? The particle is in motion. It starts its initial speed at 17, but still the distance is giving 0 answer. No. Why? Because this is the formula for displacement. Remember, this is the formula for displacement, not for the distance. So, question is asking for distance. Now, what to do? See, object is moving in this direction, and it starts with 17 meter per second, but acceleration is in the opposite direction of 2 meter per second square. That's why it is retarding. Means the speed of the object is decreasing. At some time the object will stop and will turn back to move further. Fine, because acceleration is in this direction. So at time, we have to find the time when the object is stopping. So v is equals to u plus at. When the object is stopping, then the final velocity is 0, initial velocity 17, acceleration is minus 2, time is t. So time will be 8.5 seconds. So at time t is equals to 0, the object is starting, and at time t is equals to 8.5 seconds, its speed or its velocity becomes 0 and it turns back. Now this is time 8.5 second. This is time t is equals to 8 second, and in 0.5 second if it went here, then in again next 0.5 second it will come at the same. T is equals to 9 second. We have to find the distance covered by the particle in the 9 second, means we have to find this distance and this distance. So both distances will be equal. Why? Because of constant acceleration. Since the acceleration is constant, so distance covered by the particle from 8 to 8.5 second will be equal to 8.5 to 9 second. I am finding the distance covered in t is equals to 8.5 to t is equals to 9 seconds. Now for it, starting from here, initial velocity will be 0. Total time is 0.5 seconds from here to here. And what is the acceleration? Acceleration is 2. Now object is moving in this direction and acceleration is also in this direction. So acceleration will be positive. So the distance covered will be ut plus half a t square. So it will be, what is u? 0 plus 1 by 2 into 2 into 0.5 square. It is 0.25 meter. So distance covered by the particle from 8.5 to 9 second. This distance is 0.25 meter. The question is asking for distance covered by the particle in 9 seconds. So it will be 0.25 from here to here and again 0.25. It will be equal to 0.5 meter. This is the distance covered by the particle from t is equal to 8 to 8.5 and for t is equal to 8.5 to 9. So always read the question twice. That in this question was asking for distance and our first approach was displacement, which was incorrect. Okay, these are the some few words we have to keep in our mind to solve the questions first. Next question is, a parachutist bails out from an aeroplane. Means a person is falling with a parachute from an aeroplane, and after dropping through a distance of 40 meter, he opens the parachute. Okay, so here is the aeroplane, and he falls 40 meter freely. So for the distance 40 meter, initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is, let it be 9.8 meter per second square, and he has covered the 40 meter distance. Time is given? No. And final velocity is given? No. Now from this point he has opened his parachute. When the parachute is open, its speed will be decreasing. So for this distance, his speed is decreasing at retardation 2 meter per second square, so it will be minus 2 meter per second square. If he reaches the ground with the speed of 2 meter per second, okay fine, here the speed is 2 meter per second. How long is he in the air? This time is also not given, and this distance is also not given. At what height did he bails out from the plane? So let this time is t1, this time is t2, and what we have to find? We have to find t is equals to t1 plus t2, and also we have to find the total distance, which is 40 meter plus this s. So total distance is s plus 40. These two quantities we have to find. Now first of all, for this part of motion, let it be A, B and C. For A to B, I am applying the formula S is equals to ut plus half AT square. What is the distance covered? 40. Initial velocity 0, acceleration 9.8 and time t square. Solving it, we will get time as 20/7, or I can say that it is 2.86 seconds. This is this much time. I can say this is t1. So the value of t1 is 2.86. This one is 2.86 plus we also have to find t2. Okay, now its final velocity at point B, it will be equal to u plus at. What is initial velocity? 0, acceleration 9.8 and time 20/7, so it will be 28 meter per second. This is velocity at B. Now question is also asking for this distance and this time also. So what will be the initial velocity for BC? Initial velocity for BC, this will 28 meter per second. So initial velocity is 28 meter per second for this part. Okay, Now we have to find the time. Applying the formula, v is equals to u plus at. Final velocity is 2, initial velocity is 28, acceleration is minus 2, and we have to find the time. What will be the time from here? Yes, it is 13 seconds. Now I also have, this is the time t2. So putting here 13 second, the answer will be 15.86 seconds. I also have to find this distance. So this distance can be found by using the formula S is equals to ut plus half at square. What is initial velocity for this much? U is 28. What is the time for BC? It is 13 minus half acceleration 2 time 13 and its square. So its distance will be 195 meter. So putting 195 plus 40, it will be 235 meter. Means that person, that parachutist is jumped from the height of 235 meter. In the first 40 meter, it has taken time 2.86 second and covers the distance of 40 meter. It has opened its parachute and then it has reached the ground after 13 seconds, covering the distance 195 meter more. So this was our total question and its solution. Next question is, from a tower of height capital H, a particle is thrown vertically upwards with speed u. Means there is a tower, this is a tower of height capital H. A particle is thrown upwards with initial velocity u. It will go up and then it will come down. The time taken by the particle to hit the ground, that is the total time, is n times that the time taken by it to reach the highest point. Means here, means if I take it as point A, point B and point C, then question is saying that time taken by particle to A to B to C is equal to n times n multiply time taken by the particle to move from A to B. This is the question. The particle has taken time from A to B multiplied by n, it will be equal to the total time. We have to find the relation between u, n and h. This is n, u is initial velocity and h is the total height. Okay, fine. First of all, for A to B, I am applying the formula v is equals to u plus at. What is v? Final velocity at the highest point will be 0. Initial velocity is u. Acceleration, it will be negative. Time is t. So here we can say that t is equals to u upon g. This is the time. Now for A to B to C, A to B to C, what I can say, total time will be n times of this time, so it will be nu by g. And similarly, what will be the displacement of the particle? It will be from here to here, it will be 0, and then in the opposite direction it is going, so it will be minus h. Applying the formula S is equals to ut plus half at square. Displacement is minus h, initial velocity is u, time is n u by g plus 1 by 2, acceleration is minus g, and again time is n u by g's square. Okay, fine. Solving it, we will get taking negative sign to that side, I will have h is equals to n u square upon g, plus minus minus, and this due to this negative sign it will be positive of g is cancelled out, So it will be n square u square upon 2g. 2g. So I can also write it as 2gh. It will be equal to n minus 2, taking the n common from here and u square also common. 2gh will be equal to n minus 2 into u square. Now our next question is, the speed of a boat in still water is 7 meter per second and the speed of the river is 3 meter per second. Okay, when the boat starts traveling upstream, a child fell down from it. The boat traveled 4200 meter upstream, turned back and went to catch the child. Find the total time for which the child was in water. Okay, fine. See what happens. This is a river and this is a boat. River is moving in this direction and the speed of river is 3 meter per second. Boat can move in still water at 7 meter per second. When the boat starts moving, a child from the boat fell down. So when the child fell down, the boat did not notice the child and move further. So from this point, the boat has come here, and according to question, this distance is 4200 meter. When the child fell down here, since the water is flowing in this direction and boat is moving in this direction, because the boat was traveling upstream, so this is the speed of river. So the child will fall down and it will move with the velocity of the river. So this is the child and he is going back with the speed of the river and its speed is 3 meter per second towards this side. Now after covering the 4200 meter, the boat noticed that child and then it again come to that child. So we have to find the total time for which the child was in water. So when the child fell down and the boat has covered this distance, so we have to find time taken by boat to cover first 4200 meter distance. What is the formula for the time? Time is distance upon speed. So distance is 4200 upon speed. Since the river is going in this direction 3 meter per second and the boat can move at 7 meter per second, so the speed of upstream, it will be 4 meter per second. 7 minus 3, it is 4 meter per second divided by 4, so it will be 1050 seconds. This is the time taken by boat to reach from here to here. Now when the boat is here, it turns back and moves with the speed of 7 downstream. Now the water is going in this direction and boat is also going in this direction, so its speed will be 7 plus 3 is equals to 10 meter per second, but the child is moving in this direction 3 meter per second. So what will be the relative speed? It will be 10 minus 3, 7 meter per second, and distance covered by child is, let us find the distance covered by child. Distance covered by child in 1050 seconds. It will be speed into time. What is the speed of the child? It is 3. And what is the time? 1050 seconds. So it will be 3150 meter. So this distance will be 3150 meter. Now the boat has to cover total distance between child and boat. It will be 4200 meter plus 3150. It will be 7350 meter. Now the relative speed is 7 meter per second and this much distance has to be covered. So time taken by boat while moving towards child, it will be distance 7350 upon speed 7, so it will be 1050 seconds. Okay, question is asking for find the total time for which the child was in river. Total time will be, first the boat was going in this direction and that time was 1050 seconds, and then the boat comes back and catches the child in 1050 seconds, so it will be 2100 seconds, or I can write it as 35 minutes. So this was our question and its solution.